One clap, two claps. Yeah. It brings a new meaning to conversational pace. Growing up as a Polynesian in New Zealand, we try and stay very grounded. Rugby was my kind of main calling. I was lucky enough to turn it into my job. Usually judge my day by the first 5 seconds of between when I open my eyes and wake up.
I mean, you came in and you're like, hey Lotfi, and I'm like, how he remembers my name?
Belonging is such a huge thing. I can't speak for other communities, but at least for us, it's kind of one of our centre points. Blew me away about the French, how much they love the game. I think I was quite close-minded when it came to rugby outside of New Zealand, and like it's all been a learning. I think one of the key words that I draw on when I reflect back on playing sport for a living is resilience. Because it's recorded, I wake up every morning feeling I'm extremely grateful to have someone like Jade by my side. So yeah man, super lucky.
What does she hate the most about you?
Oh, bro, do you have enough memory on your on your device?
And would your dad be proud of the Emil of today?
I'd hope so. I'm just thankful to be part of the RunCast family. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, a great pleasure. Thank you.
On commence en français maintenant?
Oui, parfait. Merci beaucoup, Emil.
Merci mon frère.
Salut, à la prochaine.
Ciao. Good morning. Welcome to Thursday morning without a mic. My goodness, make some noise. Guys, thank you so much for joining us for one of our fast final runs of the season. Yes, we will be taking 3 weeks off, but that'll be in August? July 16, your final run, yeah? 3 weeks off, don't miss us. Guys, we do have 3 golden rules to make sure everything goes smooth. I hand it over to Jade. She's got a bigger voice.
Morning guys, so 3 golden rules starts with today's run is going to have no turnaround point, okay? That takes me to rule number 2. Today's run is time-based, not distance-based, okay? So, we're going to run out in this direction along Kite Beach, 22.5 minutes out, and then 22.5 minutes back. We'll have your shakes waiting for you. They'll be nice and cold, so that is your little reward at the end. Your third and final rule is that nobody gets left behind. So if it's your 100th time at the Uncommon Club or your very first time at the Uncommon Club, let's make sure that everybody gets back here nice and safely. And to do that, Emil will go through your paces.
I'm going to introduce your pacers. Leading from the back, we have Neda. Neda, 7:30 pace. At party pace, social pace, we have Mr. Muhammad Bashir, yes we do. Anu Thomas at 60 pace, 6:30. Ian at party pace, he's got a little speaker today. And we have Anne Fisa leading the front, 5:30 pace or faster. Amazing guys, let's finish with a clap. You know the drill when I say milli, milli, milli. One clap, 2 claps. Yeah. Amazing team, a quick photo, then we're onto the beach.
The only pace that's left is RunCast pace this morning.
RunCast pace, the best pace. So we have social pace, party pace, sexy pace, but this is definitely my favorite, RunCast pace.
I think it's the newest one at the Uncommon Club.
Bro, this brings a new meaning to conversational pace.
Very pleased to finally be with you on the RunCast. I think it's been quite some time that I know you, and I would kind of think about different way how to present you, but I think it's best if you maybe give me a glimpse on who you are.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Like you mentioned, Emil, name is Emil, born and raised in New Zealand. Been in Dubai about 7 or 8 years now. Followed my wife over. She's been here about 10, 11 years. And yeah, man, just loving every moment. More recently, people associate me with running and being involved with the Uncommon Club. And a few years back, rugby was my kind of main calling. But it's nice to make that transition after playing and do something that still feels just as special. So yeah, man.
Growing up as an athlete and a professional athlete, sometimes making those transitions are very hard. How did you manage that? I mean, going from professional to nothing sometimes.
Yeah, no, I think like growing up, you just do it because you love what you do, right? Rugby was obviously a huge part of my life. Loved every moment of it. I was lucky enough to turn it into my job. But yeah, in terms of transition, I probably stopped playing a lot earlier than most players. I stopped playing at 25, and usually that means
Very early.
very early. Yeah, some would say that players peak in their late 20s or early 30s. So one of the big things for me was purpose, and I searched for it for a while here in Dubai. You know, getting excited. Usually judge my day by the first 5 seconds of between when I open my eyes and wake up. I'm finally at a stage where that first 5 seconds really excites me. So yeah, purpose has been a really big one. I saw a lot of examples of rugby players who perhaps didn't know what they wanted to do. I was no different as well. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. But yeah, in terms of where I am today, like I'm just super grateful.
Alhamdulillah. I mean, rugby as a sport, kind of teach people a lot of aspects of kind of mindset, a lot of aspects about kind of being in a team environment. But I think those elements are kind of slightly in you as well as Emil. Kind of knowing you, knowing how you are with the community. Kind of rugby amplified those elements.
Yeah, I think also where I come from as well. You know, the cultural side of things. Growing up as a Polynesian in New Zealand, we try and stay very grounded, try not to get too big for our boots. And also rugby teaches similar values, right? Like you mentioned, it's a team sport. And there are so many different, let's call them pillars, that I apply in my day-to-day life, my work, within family, that have crossed over from rugby. Values of teamwork, respect, connection, communication, leadership. So yeah, man,
and the haka is part of that whole story, I would say.
Yeah, man, like we're quite fortunate in our culture. We see the haka as a way to connect with our ancestors, pay respect to those who have perhaps gone before us, but also to acknowledge people as well. It's like a sign of respect, but it's also an acknowledgement of where we come from as well.
And is it a way also to kind of recognize community leaders? Because in a way, it feels very natural in you. See you lead the Uncommon Club community with the rest of the team, and basically see how you kind of basically feel everyone seen in the community. It's not something very easy, because I recall one key aspect actually about how I got to know you better is one day, you came in and you're like, hey Lotfi, and I'm like, how he remembers my name? And my name is one of the hardest ones to remember.
Yeah.
So how basically you manage that kind of all together?
Well, you know what, like from growing up in New Zealand, obviously there's a melting pot of cultures, and again back to the team sport element of it. One of the big things from a young age was making sure that you could at least pronounce someone's name properly or understand where they're from. We have a thing called pepeha in our culture as well. It's how we map ourselves. And I think the best way to connect with someone is to understand, where they come from. And the pepeha example, it's, where is your mountain? Where is your river? Who's in your tribe? And when I think about your example, it's like, how can I expect you to buy into this team or be a part of our team if I don't know your name or where you come from or your story? So I do my best to apply that to every single person that I interact with. For lack of better words, I probably have an unfair advantage. From a young age, I was part of teams, and even to this day, I'm really big on connection before content. So whether it be at a community level or behind the scenes with, my teammates or those that work in the Uncommon Club. I'm really big on connecting with the person first, and then, when I talk about content, that's more around, the actual delivery or the work piece. But yeah, man, we're all human, so I think it's really important to connect with the human first, and then the content will come and take care of itself.
People are part of communities, but they're lonely. Loneliness is becoming, I would say, another epidemic in our lives.
Yeah.
So how communities like the Uncommon or other communities kind of are supporting work around such aspects?
Yeah, I think the first piece of the puzzle is to acknowledge that that's one of the pillars, right? Like, belonging is such a huge thing. I can't speak for other communities, but at least for us, it's kind of one of our center points. I know in my example, and in many other examples in communities like the Uncommon Club, the UAE isn't our first home, but it's a place we're proud to call home. But it comes with its challenges, right? It comes with working long hours. It comes with moving away from your family. It comes with meeting new people. So yeah, I'm not sure I've really answered your question, but I think one of the important things when it comes to building community is creating one floor. So I try and create an environment, or our team tries to create an environment where no one's above or no one's below. We're all kind of shoulder to shoulder, and you can see it in our experience from start to finish, right? We start in a circle, we do our best to get everyone side by side versus front or behind. It's just those little things, and whether it's how we coach people or how we interact, how we connect with people, it's one of the principles that we really believe in, just having one floor.
You lived like in many places since leaving home.
Yeah.
Dubai, France,
Yeah.
probably some other places. What did that teach you?
Oh, man, I remember, especially my time in France, I met a lot of my closest friends. It teaches you to be open-minded. I think coming from New Zealand, it's so far away. So it's been such a blessing living in different places around the world, learning about different ways of life, getting a better understanding of how people live differently, how people communicate, how we eat and connect and come together. So yeah, those are really special experiences. Living in France is one of the best decisions I've made in my life. Such a weird time as well. I was super young. I didn't speak a word of French. I think I knew, oui, bonjour. That was it. So I had to learn really fast. But it's a place I have really special memories. It's a place that's really dear to my heart. I have so many friendships and people that I consider family now from that side of the world. And whenever I see a francophone or someone from France, it brings back a lot of those good memories.
And for you, going there was mainly for sports, or?
Yeah, man. So, bro, I went there. It was almost by mistake.
Okay.
So my wife now, she moved to Dubai. We were dating at the time, and I had this rugby dream. So I said, why not be a little bit closer to each other without sacrificing that rugby dream? So yeah, man, I chose France. It was incredible, but it was so random how it happened. Really blew me away about the French, how much they love the game. I think I was quite close-minded when it came to rugby outside of New Zealand. I thought we had this perfect formula. I thought we played the game in such a unique way, and then I went to France and it was completely different, but it had its own pros and cons as well. But yeah, man, chasing the rugby dream in France was really, really special. I had the privilege to live in just outside of Bordeaux, and then I lived 3 hours south of Paris. And then rugby in general has taken me all over the world, so to this day, I'm still involved. I still do a little bit of coaching here and there, which is really nice because I think I've spent a huge part of my life developing those skills and have all this knowledge. So it's really nice to still give back in a small way as well.
And I mean, just as you say, I think sports in a way help us get experiences. I mean, myself through tennis, I managed to travel, meet people, and basically it helps us in a way go beyond what we think is a limit. I think I try to keep my day routine linked to sports. I kind of, I mean, at some point I kind of started also reflecting how we can just link the day-to-day to a sort of professional sports mindset.
Yeah.
And when I try to do that, I'm like, I have more organization, more discipline, I'm more motivated. I know like how I can be going after my goals. Like thinking as an athlete kind of helps you kind of shape that mindset from a young age. I mean, you're not kind of coming to the corporate world and you're like, oh, how can I do it? You know, I mean, it's been just kind of growing and developing step by step through my journey.
Yeah, you know, I'll be the first one to admit, like I wasn't a gold sticker athlete by any means. You know, I'd probably live a lot more of a, maybe it's an age thing, a lot more disciplined, a lot more regimented. But yeah, man, like it's all been a learning. I think one of the key words that I draw on when I reflect back on playing sport for a living is resilience, right? Getting injured and having setbacks and thinking about selection, performance as well. And it doesn't even need to be at a professional level. It doesn't even need to be in sport, right? Like resilience and discipline are two things that carry over into day-to-day life. Like when I coach kids, for example, and I see them fall down or make mistakes, they're learning those life skills by getting back up and going again. And the same with us, right?
Yeah.
Whether you're 30 years old or 3 years old, those are kind of good principles to live by.
If it was not for the uncommon, what would you be doing on Thursday mornings?
That's a really good question. Probably eating a croissant and sleeping until 9 o'clock. But you know, I think what's really cool about the Uncommon Club example is that you know, a lot of people may think that our team are superhuman, you know, running ultra marathons or running super fast or running in the middle of July, but we're just like everyone else, right? We make the same conscious choice to turn up for something that means a lot to people. So the accountability goes both ways. But yeah, honestly, bro, like I honestly think, like it is in my DNA to get up in the morning and get after it. I think my wife is a huge, plays a central role in that as well, keeping me on my toes, keeping me on my feet, giving me purpose. So yeah, man.
And speaking about that, and to spice it up a bit, that's something that happened last year. I mean, you guys got married.
Yeah.
But that has changed in your life.
I'd probably say yes more than no. But yeah, man, different dynamic again. I think with Jade and I, we just continue to grow and we continue to challenge each other, and from every angle. So yeah, man, the time just flies. Like we've almost been married a year now, but I'm just, you know, I wake up every morning, because it's recorded, I wake up every morning feeling I'm extremely grateful to have someone like Jade by my side. So yeah, man, super lucky.
And what does she hate the most about you?
Oh, bro, do you have enough memory on your on your device? Bro, there's so many things. Maybe a better question, but again, you don't have much memory. What does Jade love about me, you know? I think I can be quite stubborn at times, maybe my stubbornness. But again, like Jade grounds me, right? Like if I want to go towards point A and she wants to go towards point B, like there's the element of compromise. So yeah, man, probably my stubbornness. Just don't tell her.
I mean, growing up in New Zealand, as you said, I mean, family is an important part of your life. I mean, today you're quite far away from family, and it's been for some time. How do you manage to stay connected with your community, to stay basically embedded with your culture, even being here in Dubai?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I think, as you know, like your version of family evolves when you live away from your home country. So we throw around the phrase chosen family a lot. I see it on a Thursday morning. I see it in other areas of my life and different pockets of Dubai. Jade and I have so many special people that we consider family here. You know, there's a lot of learning curves when it comes to adjusting to living overseas, but we've done it for so long now. So yeah, the definition of family has definitely changed as an expat. I think it's, I don't have the luxury of going home very often, but at least digitally, or in this era where we're so lucky to have technology, and I'm sure you're the same as this, like a phone call home to family humbles you really quick. No matter what you achieve or no matter what you do in life, like mom or dad or auntie and uncle bring you back down to earth. So I think that's really important as well. But also like the people that you surround yourselves, or the environment that you build around you.
Buenas.
Yeah, what's up, bro? Is equally important in playing that role too.
And what do you miss the most about home?
Probably my niece. Yeah, I mean, it sounds cliche, but the people. As a people, Kiwis are super friendly. Appreciate the simple things in life. Don't get me wrong, bro. I love life in Dubai.
But home always feels different.
Yeah, but I also remind myself that home will always be there, right?
Yeah.
But it's the people.
And if there was one point that for you would like to keep as your own legacy in the future, what would that be?
Yeah, I think I'd love to know when people talk about Emil, let's say, I like to think that people envision someone that's taken their opportunities. Yeah, man, I know that you probably wanted a bit more of an expanded answer, but yeah, that's the legacy I want to kind of have behind my name, but also like the Uncommon Club and through what we do here, taking opportunities and also making a real impact on people's lives as well.
And would your dad be proud of the Emil of today?
I'd hope so. I'd hope so.
What would you like to tell him because we do today?
You know what? It's probably something I'd tell him. You need to go for a run, mate. But I'd thank him honestly. I'd like to think maybe one day if I'm lucky to be lucky enough to be in those shoes. Don't tell everyone the secret sauce, I know. Yeah, man. If I was lucky enough to be in my dad's shoes, I'd hope my future son or future daughter would say the same. Or just be a simple thank you.
What's your best memory with him?
Probably go back to rugby.
Yeah. I was sure it started from there.
Yeah. I say this to Jade a lot. They're more like core memories. Like my dad was very firm, but he was fair. Like my dad, he's really strong on respect, but knew how to have a good laugh too. My dad was a special human. He gave me the motivation to play sport. I remember, sport, I wouldn't say sport was forced on me, but at a young age, my dad, he really pushed me. Whether it be
morning.
education or through sport. So he pushed me to be the best version in everything I do.
And may he rest in peace, inshallah.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Inshallah. Well, I mean, I was very pleased to share this run with you this morning.
I appreciate
think,
it, man.
There were a lot of, I would say, human side of Emil that I wanted to speak to, and I think if anything, I'm very happy to know you. I think if I can humbly say, you've had a great impact on me here in Dubai, and since joining the Incommon, I mean, it's been quite a good vibe, good energy for me with the team. If there is one last message you'd like to leave us with this morning, what would that be?
Goes back to the 5-second rule in the morning. If you're not excited, if what you're waking up to isn't exciting you, make that change and get excited about the people you get to interact with day to day and the purpose behind all of that as well. One last thing, just thankful to be a part of the RunCast family. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, a great pleasure. Thank you.
On commence en français maintenant?
Oui, on peut changer, hein?
Ouais, on peut changer maintenant, c'est
possible?
Ouais, si tu veux.
Au lieu de faire la traduction, ce sera plus facile pour moi.
Ouais, c'est plus facile après 20 minutes.
Ouais. The blood flow is...
Exactement.
Parfait. Merci beaucoup, Emile.
Merci, mon frère.
Salut, à la prochaine.
Ciao.